What's going on, ADK Sports Performance family? It's Ryan here with this week's Coach's Corner. And this week I wanted to talk about why and how we use small-sided games and drills in our warm-ups for our athletes. So, number one, why we use small-sided drills and games is because they're fun and they're a great way to get a session started. They get athletes engaged. Sometimes they might come in and they're a little bit blah, coming off of school, a long day, things like that. So it really helps lighten the mood, get athletes engaged, and because of that engagement and the fun aspect of it, it also drives intent. A lot of times you see when you're doing the basic drills of run up to this cone, shuffle to that cone, the athletes don't really care. They don't put forth a ton of effort because it's not super fun and they're probably doing it a million times in practice or on their own. So doing these games helps really create a fun environment, but an athlete tries a lot more because of these games. And a lot of these games, we have consequences in them. So there's a lot of dodgeballs, tennis balls, noodles, tagging a partner, racing, things like that. And because of that, it's going to drive the intent and athletes are going to put forth more effort. And in turn, because of that, we see a lot of athletes, when we do some of these games, perform better when it comes to their sprints, their jumps, and then they're more engaged when we get into our lifts. So there's a lot of benefits from the engagement aspect as well as the performance aspect. And another thing we really like about these small-sided games and drills is it forces athletes to think. There's not a ton of rules all the time with these games, and so it lets athletes think and be creative and think on their feet, and in situations where there is consequences of if you make the wrong move, you might get tagged, you might get hit with the dodgeball, you might get hit with the tennis ball. So there's a intensity level of it, but it's a lower intensity than if they made a mistake in a practice or in a game. So it lets them kind of think on their feet and make decisions and react to things just like they would in a practice or a game, but in a lower stress environment, and it lets them be more creative and have more fun. And sometimes it unlocks things with athletes of, oh, this juke move works really well, and they might have not had the confidence to try that in practice or in a game because if it doesn't go well, they might lose playing time or they might look silly in front of their teammates, where here in training it's a little bit more fun and relaxed, and so they can try these things, but then it helps unlock things that they can use and be more confident using in practices and in games. So we get a lot of really great benefits out of it while having a good time and having athletes enjoy training and create that lifelong love of training and physical activity. So a lot of really great benefits of doing those, and it avoids doing the boring warm-up drills that you see over and over again. So if you have questions about how to increase engagement, increase fun, increase output from athletes using these small-sided games, feel free to reach out. We can talk about how we can help your athlete. We'll see you in next week's Coach's Corner.